Hey guys, I wanted to make a video of how to play Victim of the Crime. It's a pretty complicated song, but it's just step by step. It's a lot of just one note movements in the same chord. It starts out with a B sus2. So if you just do a B chord, just take the major note down to the minor and then to the 2 and keep everything else. So it's like this. Make sure you have that thumb on the top, letting the bass. Bass is important. That's the first chord. You can start with that. Get used to that fingering because it's kind of a stretch. It took me a while to get that stretch from regular B to B minor, and then this little formation. It's definitely a little bit of a muscle thing. So. Down the B note, F sharp note in B, F sharp note in B down to F note. To keep everything else, just kind of hammer that off and go to the sus2 note after. Strumming is kind of just, I don't really know how to explain the strumming. I feel like I play the bass a lot of down strums. And then when you start to do the riff, then you start to do the up strums with it. Starts to do the E note open. You don't want to play the bottom E note either, so you don't want to do, and just kind of mute that. So B sus2, and then the riff. I've also heard ones where he just holds that, just kind of holds that note instead of take your pick. I haven't heard much stray away from that, so this 2 usually does. That's the thing with Bob. I feel like there's a lot of options, but in a lot of his rhythm parts, he does a lot of it's set in stone. He doesn't really change the song too much when he does the chords, as Jerry would change the leads a lot because there's so much to do with melodies. But the chords to set up Jerry's leads are the same almost. I would say 70% of the time in Bob's songs. There's a lot of jamming, but a lot of his songs have certainties. This is one of them. So once you get past that one, he starts out the song with that. So, patience runs out on the junkie. Dark side hires another soul. And then this is where you start to do the climb up. So it starts in the B sus2 chord. And he plays a kind of a race with these 2 notes, going up in the notes. These are the only 2 notes that move in the chord. For B, he stays in B, goes to B minor after the B sus2, so he just slides this note up 1 and everything else stays the same. Now you're going to move the bottom note that you're playing up 1 and keep everything else the same. So from the B sus2, B minor, then you're going to do a B minor flat 6. So and the strumming for this is kind of like a on everyone. No? So it's only moving 1 note at a time in this B minor chord. Going from B sus2 to B minor, to B minor flat 6, to B major, he moves both notes up on this one instead of taking one by one like we were last time we were doing. Taking one note, taking the other note. Now this time he's moving both of these notes, keeping these the same the entire time though. Those are the same, they're all chords. For these chords right here. So here we go. B minor, flat 6, B major 6. That's when he's telling you he's gonna come out of B and switch over to E. E sus 4, E major, E sus 4 will be the next chord. So it's like an E major right here. Just add on the sus 4 note. So we'll start from the B minor, from the B sus 2. Now, what you're gonna do from here is just move this note up one. He's back to doing the single notes, moving up one. So move the sus note up to flat 5s. Keep everything else the same. So it's a little bit of a stretch. These chords are very tough. So it's gonna take a little bit. You're not gonna be able to get this one overnight. I definitely didn't. So B minor, flat 6, B major 6, E sus 4, E flat 5. Switch back over to B. So he's playing with B and E right here, showing you how the similarities, how you can just switch from B to E, and it's all basically the same. For Jerry's leads, at least, he can do in B or E, because he's not really restricted to one thing. So from the E sus 4 and the E flat 5, you go into the B variation up here. You go from this one down here to the E to the B right here. So you're in a different B, but you're flatting the 5 on this one. So how you were just in E flat 5, he switches to B flat 5. And also in that time he moved this note up to this note. So he's just constantly moving from here. These two notes have moved from here all the way up to here. But in a succession of chords, which is completely Bob Weir style. E flat minor, or no, what is it? E sus 2, B minor, E minor 6, B major 6, B minor flat 6, B minor flat 6, B major 6, E sus 4, E flat 5, B flat 5, B. And that's when he goes from the B, moves out of B and goes to C. C sus 2, just like the B sus 2, just slide everything up one. Back down. That's basically one of the gists of the song. That's for the verses. So the climb up one more time would be E sus 2, B minor flat 6, B 6, E sus 4, E flat 5, B flat 5, and then B major with 5 on it. And then you would go to C. You can do this C, but I've seen him do this C. He goes back to this to set him up to go back down to this. He's doing all his variations for a reason. It's not just randomly picking. It's all for a purpose. So, start from the beginning. Patience runs out on the junkie. Oxide hires another soul. Did he steal and spit or earn it? Was he force-fed? Did he learn it? Whatever happened to his precious self-control? That's the first part of the verse. Now you're back at the beginning. Now there's the next part of the verse, and you basically just take what you just did in that first part and do it all again. He's basically just did a whole loop from this point. Started building up, went to C, and then went back down, and now he's back at the beginning. He's going to do it again for the second part of the verse for the like him, I'm tired of trying to heal. Like him, I'm tired of trying to heal. This time got hard with rich and black. turn comes, I will have guessed. That's when he's pulling out to go into the bridge, or the hook before the chorus. Or the chorus, I guess, whatever you want to call it. The next part of the song out of the first part, aside from the C sus2 down to E. Maybe when my turn comes, I will have guessed. So, is destruction loving's twin? He says 4. What's that? Choose to lose or win. Flat 5. C sus2. Maybe when my turn comes, I will have guessed. When he goes from this B sus2 down to A sus2 for the next part. So he's basically playing with this sus2 all day long in every chord that he chooses. In the C, in the B, and the A. And this part is dealing with the A. So it goes. Maybe when my turn comes, I will have guessed. Put the sus on the B right there too when he goes. Guess. Hey, these are the horns of the dilemma. So you're just hitting the A sus2 right there for that part. These are the horns of the dilemma. Same formation as the B and the C, just down to A. It gets harder and harder as you go down because the frets get bigger, but it's good for your finger distance on your guitar. You'll be eventually able to stretch pretty far on your fretboard. With this song, it's good practice for that. Regular chords will seem very easy. So these are the horns of the dilemma. These are the horns of the dilemma. And then he's doing this little riff, keeping the whole chord. It's just going down to basically a G sharp minor with these two slid up. So you're dropping everything in A down a couple. So it goes from A, it goes to sus2, and then this is the 5 to flat 5. So it's a sus2 and a flat 5 and an A, with the top A still. I don't know if these chord names are right, but this is definitely the fingering that he does, that he plays around with. I don't know the name of it, but pretty interesting choice of chords, I must say. So, these are the horns of the dilemma. If you're doing bow wow, you're keeping the chords. So, and then back down to this one. Flat 5 and sus2 in A. Just going back and forth. We gotta practice that one for a little bit. All lines. Same thing. And then this is when he starts to do the build up for the A, just like he does for the B in the verse. He just does it with the A a little bit differently. Each little note makes the sound of it. It's so slithery and nice, and then Jerry's just doing those crazy leads over it in the studio version. This is a very interesting, intricate song. So, but truth is proof against all odds. It's kind of hard to do that riff with the chords, but against all odds. When sacred fails before profane. So you're doing the same little. Instead of going back down, you start to go up. So it's when sacred fails before profane. So you start to go up with this note. Start to slip this one up too, so it's kind of just the same thing where he just has these two notes go back and forth with each other going up. So, trying to see if this one is from A sus2, go A sus2, A minor, flat 6, So. When sacred fails before profane. And then from there you're switching to D. Just like you switch to E right there for the B one, you switch over to E, just basically taking it a whole step down. Doing almost the same thing, just the little notes are a little bit different. When sacred fails before profane, A minor, flat 6, D. Why is this man is deemed insane? D sus 4. Then you're switching to G sharp. And then from this one you're going up this note, just one from the G sharp. So you're doing like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fret stretch. You're skipping a fret in between each finger. So it's on the 6th, 8th, and the 10th from the regular G sharp, which is on the 6th, 8th, and 9th. Just move the B note, or no, what's this? E flat, sharp D, B, B flat, A, G sharp. From the G sharp note, move it up to the A note and G sharp. Keep everything else. So, one more time. Sacred fails before profane. Why this man is deemed insane? See how this one he messed with this note in the B, and he kept this one. This one he's leaving this one and moving this note. So it's like the one thing he didn't change on the first verse, he's changing on the second verse. It's pretty interesting, but it's all for a reason. So. Sacred fails before profane. The wisest man is deemed insane. G sharp. Back to C. C sus 2. Back to the E again. So, sacred fails before profane. Sacred fails before profane. Wisest man is deemed insane. Even the purest of romantics compromise. Sus on the E again after the C sus. Compromise. Even the purest of romantics compromise. And then this is when he changes to the chorus. C sharp minor 7. On the 10th. With the top note with the thumb. Song is so fun, okay. Strain. This would be the adding the 9 on the C sharp minor 7, which is tricky. C sharp minor 7, and then you add the 9 onto it, and then you put the flat 6 onto it. So it's C sharp minor 7, flat 6, add 9. I think. I don't know, these chords get complicated, guys. That's why I just focus on the fingerings. And then you take the flat 6 off, go back down to the 5, and just make it an E from this C sharp with the flat 6 on. So C sharp minor 7, C sharp minor flat 6, add 9, E, C sharp minor flat 6, add 9, C sharp minor 7. Yeah. Of the crime. E alter right before you go back into the B sus2, just like at the beginning of the song. And that's basically the whole loop of the song. He does that again, and they do the climb up again for the jam. So. Harmonic right there. It's basically the gist of the song. All the different parts are already parts from the song. They just choose when to do the parts, like the climb up again they do for the jam when Jerry's doing the melody. Tutorial video. I'll definitely do more if you guys have any requests. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something from it. Not the best video, but I hope I could teach you something. It's always something to learn. And this one's a tough one, so hope you enjoyed. My fingers hurt.